What's up, everybody? What's up, Facebook, YouTube? I'm not sure what
Hello.
platform this is going to go to, but I want to talk about the PT Cruiser 01, 02, 03. I'm seeing this code a lot on the 01 model, 02 model, 03 model. It's a simple code, P0601. I know, that code pops up a lot. The first thing people do is go replace their PCM. They go get a used PCM, which unfortunately is not plug and play. It has to be programmed by a dealer, to your car's electronic system. So you get this code P0601. Like I say, the meaning of it is simple: is internal engine controller or something like that, or internal PCM failure. It all means the same thing. Basically, it's saying there's a problem internal to your controller, which is the PCM. But word of advice, you can't just run to a junkyard and grab a PCM off of 01, 02, or 03 and put it on your car. First of all, there are different parameters based on each car. One may be with turbo, one may not be with turbo. But at any rate, you can't just swap a PCM. It has to be programmed, and pretty much the only people that can program them is a dealer personnel. You have to go to a dealership and get that. Basically, you have to marry that PCM to your car. Dun 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 dun. I command you, man and wife. You have to marry the two together. So again, it's not that simple. I mean, I know PCM's brand new, like $600-700, and they may be out of a lot of you all's range, and that's understandable. But if you can do it, but you still have no choice but to go to the dealer to get it programmed. I'm not saying you can't do it. Now, they may make you sign a waiver, taking away responsibility of anything that may happen because you're using a used PCM. Again, there's nothing wrong with using a used PCM, but it has to be programmed by dealer personnel, and they may make you sign a waiver taking away responsibility for anything that happens because of it. So you may save some money in the long run by getting a used one, but personally I think you should get a new reman. Not so much new. Brand new is really expensive. Reman carry almost the same warranty as a brand new one, and you get the same length of time. If something may happen, you can always take it back and get another one. But P0601, you may wind up replacing the computer. Now, I was told by Chrysler engineer, be careful with those. If you got electronic static going in and out, between your PCM and other electrical components, that could cause that failure. So just simply replacing the PCM is not wise. You need to this is what I would do. Your battery, that's the #1 electrical component. Check your battery, especially your connections. If you got a P0601, first thing you should look at is your battery. Now, your PCM may be already gone, so repairing the connection at your battery may be a little late, but it might not happen again if you repair this. Get your connections at your battery post clean and properly tightened. From what I'm hearing from engineers, that's causing a lot of the P0601 fault codes, especially in the 4-cylinder, the PT Cruiser, Neons, and cars like that. So get that battery connection clean, tightened. If it's badly corroded, get it repaired. And I see a lot of cars with the aftermarket connection, where they cut the wire and splice in a new one. That's not, that would get you by, but that's not real good tight connection. If your battery cables are worn beyond the point of needing aftermarket ends on it, just go ahead and get a whole wiring harness. That wiring harness is not that expensive, and you guarantee to get good, clean, tight connections at your battery. So that's what I would do. I would replace. Matter of fact, if I got a P0601 and my battery cables are, connected with aftermarket ends on it, just replace the battery harness also. You see what I'm saying? So again, that 0601, you may need a PCM. They may be true, but you need to check and make sure your battery connections are good, clean, and tight. Because from what I've heard is static electricity going in and out to that computer is what really is killing them. And so you don't want to repeat failure of a PCM that you just bought and put on. So let me sum this up real quick. You're going to get your emission, your check engine light on. Fault code is P0601. If it is determined by testing that you need a PCM, preferably go to the dealership and get you a reman one. It just take away most of the risk. Now, if the budget is tight and you have to get a used one from another car, that's fine. But keep in mind there's a risk to that. But it doesn't matter because you're still going to have to go to a dealership. Now, you can take that car to places like Firestone, Goodyear, true. But they don't have the equipment to marry the computer to your car. They're going to simply sublet that out to a dealer, and they're going to have to pad the price to cover for it because they still want you to think they fixed your car or they, repaired your connection between the PCM and the car. But that's not really what happened. Basically all they did was sublet your car out to a dealership and got the repairs done and took credit for actually doing the repair, which is okay in a sense, but for the most part, just go to a one-stop shop, the dealer, and get it done and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my advice to you on the P0601. True, you may need a PCM, but get your battery connections clean and tight. Take that car to a dealership to get it programmed properly. Man, because one thing about most of those cars, 01, 02, 03, have what they call a skim module on them, security alarm. If that key is gray, chances are it has a built-in security system. So you have no choice. That skim module has to be married to the new PCM that you just installed. You're just going to start, 3 seconds, you're just going to die. Because what's happening is the computer is in theft mode. It's in theft mode. It thinks somebody's trying to steal the car, so basically it yanks away the fuel pressure. And you die. So 3 seconds, it'll let you run 3 times of that and it won't even crank no more. So you're forced to go to the dealership. So save yourself some time and some money and take it to the dealership from the jump street. Get your new PCM, a reman PCM. If you insist on getting a used one, get it from somewhere that's going to at least give you a 90-day warranty. The dealership can marry the PCM to your skim module and the car and you'll be back on the road. But a dealership is going to check that. We're trained to check the connections at the battery. So if it's corroded, you may get an estimate on the battery harness also. That's all I have on that P0601. Get that checked out. And if that's the only thing stopping you from passing the emission, then that's all you need. I got another video coming up on how to get past the evap system leak. I've been hearing there's a lot of that's going on, stopping people from getting the emission. Thing about that is the only time that computer check your evap system is when it's cold, first thing in the morning. So hey, that's a tricky way to check that, and I'll get into that on the next video. Alright, thanks for watching. Remember, comment and subscribe below. I got more tips and tricks coming up. Talk to you on the next video.